Thanks, Mike. Really appreciate it and appreciate the opportunity here to present today. So today we're going to be going over the ProSeries, and this is a good overview of the product. And if there's any need to go into more details on the product, obviously our entire sales team and ADI and everybody's out there to support all of our customers. But we're going to go over a review of the product, and as you can see right on the first screen, how it can help you win more customers, keep them longer, and drive more profits. So with that, I'm going to get into the product and get into some of the things about how we came about with this product and how did we design this and why did we come up with the product that we do. So there's a lot of things going on in the marketplace these days, and there's a lot of things that are challenges and pressures on our dealers out there. And there's a lot of different things, the labor market, attrition rates that are going on, complexity in your operations. And there's a lot of things out there that are going on that are a lot of challenges, but yet we've got some nice steady growth going on in the industry so that there's a uptick going on from now through 22. And I'm sure going on beyond that, there'll be a lot of upswing in the marketplace, right? So how do we address that? And we started looking at some comparisons between our dealers, and we started looking at those comparisons to our customers. And we came up with these 5 things that are common amongst everybody. And we put them down into these 5 terms. And when you take a look at number 1, the purpose, right? So people are looking for things that are more than just security. They're looking for things in their home that are going to increase their lifestyle. They're looking for things that they can do more within the home and their business, which is very key to the ProSeries. So they're looking for something that's got a big purpose to them, that they can do more beyond security and the core security aspect, right? They're looking for things, and you look over at ease, they want things that make things very simple for them in their home. They want things to be able to provide them with a long-term use of that product, something that's not going to be in today and not going to be there tomorrow. And so our dealers look for things like that also. They want to be able to put a product in there that's going to be there with some longevity, right? And they want that to be easy to be able to be used in their home and easy to install in the home, right? From a dealer perspective. On a profit point of view, obviously our dealers want to be able to make good profit. And our customer is going to want to make sure that they're getting the best product for their money. So they're looking at it from a financial aspect also. When you look at scale, they want to be able to have something that is going to have a true end-to-end solution, something that's not a one-trick pony, that's going to be a small product that can only do one thing for them. They're looking for something that's going to grow with them. And our dealers want that also. They want to be able to put something in and not have to worry about, well, I need this product for that and that product for this. They want to be able to provide one product that's going to be able to scale across everything that they need in that home or business. All right. And we look at trust. People want to be able to make sure they're getting the right product and they're getting something that's going to be there for a long time. And have trust in that product in the sense that it's going to be there now into the future. And our customers are looking for that. And your customers are looking for that. The eventual end user, they're looking for something that they're not going to be able to buy today and have to be gone tomorrow. They're looking for something with some longevity. So you look at a lot of commonalities between both our customers and the consumer. When you look at the opportunity in the marketplace, well, you got 75% that don't have a security system. Like, wow, in this day and age, you still look at it and go, that's a huge number. The next one is very interesting. 56% say that security is their next smart home purchase. So security, smart homes starting to come together there. You're starting to see the melding of these thought processes, which is really important and key to the development of the product. When you take a look at an installation time of a DIY type system, well, 4.8 hours is the average installation time for a DIY. Mindset is, yeah, I'm going to put this in and I'm up and running in a half hour maybe, right? So that's comes into play here, what's going on in the marketplace. And I'll say that probably a lot of those DIYers are calling a pro to say, can you come finish this installation? So that's important to us. And then you look at the last one saying 12% of households own a second home. So that goes to that 75% up top and probably ties in very nicely to the smart home purchase that they're considering. So all these things come together with why we're coming up with ProSeries. And when you look at the top features, well, the first two you would say, okay, from a security system, detect intruders, deter intruders, I can understand that. When they're starting to look at a smart security system, they're looking to be able to integrate with voice, to be able to control their system. They want notifications that maybe they forgot to close something or there's something going on in the home, so they want to get reminders about that. And when you see the last one, ability to see the whole home, it's probably not only video, which is an important aspect, but how can I control and be able to quote unquote see that whole house, to be able to see what's happening with lights, what's going on with security, what's going on with life safety, how can I control all these things? So it's a much broader picture that they're looking at. So that's how you come up with the ProSeries, which is really this one platform that does all of these things we're talking about, offers a lot of protections, and gives you, the dealer, opportunities to sell more in the marketplace. We circle around these three key words to help you understand where ProSeries is going, right? It's there to help you win more customers. You want to be able to keep them longer, and you want to be able to drive more profits, right? Those are three key attributes to any dealer. And that's where we focus a lot of the things with ProSeries, or everything that we're focusing with ProSeries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the product, and I'm going to focus on these three key areas as I go through that. We help you win, keep, and drive, and we do this with a lot of different things within the product. So if you start at the top there, just with the engagement itself with the product. If you're engaged and your customers are engaged with the product, they're going to be able to reduce that attrition because they're going to be utilizing this product. And we do that a couple of ways, right? Very simple to control and use on the interface, that touchscreen interface that you see there. Along with that, we put in the Amazon services to be able to control that with the voice and be able to do hands-free disarming with some Bluetooth and integrating into a mobile device. So a nice customer engagement right front and center with the product. We help you reduce your carrying costs because this one product, and I'll go into some more details in all of these, but be able to reduce your carrying costs because the one product can do residential, small business, all serviced with one product, which really makes it nice for a dealer. They don't have to think about, I'm putting in this for that and that for this and think, what do I need? It's the same product across the board, which really helps with costs and a lot of different things going forward. Maintenance is really pretty simple with the product, right? Be able to reduce your overall installation labor costs because it's very simple to install. And we do a lot of things remotely with this product. Again, saving those truck rolls and being able to help you maintain this product and reduce some costs and make it very simple. Our life safety, we're still a security system. We're still a life safety product with all the fancy things that were put into this to help engagement with the consumer. But our life safety is forefront in the product. And we have our One Go, All Go Life Safety, which provides ultimate protection to everybody. And you've got this modular approach to the product, right? So now as technologies change and we all talk about our radios and communication, what happens in the industry and how can we address that? And how can we address your customers as their needs change? So our modular approach, which we'll go into here in a little while, helps you focus on that and be able to support your customers like you need to do. And reducing attrition, right? That's a pretty bad thing in the marketplace for dealers. You want to be able to hold on to those customers. And we've done some things there with our Pro Lock, which locks the sensors to the control panel, protecting your investment, protecting your RMR that you work so hard to get. So these are all the things that we looked at in this product to be able to bring to market. As you can see here, we've got a big array of complete array of products to be able to support this panel. So we're going to go into each of these in details, and you'll be able to understand those as we go. But obviously, on the upper left, we've got the panel. We have a 7-inch touchscreen display, which is phenomenal. Provides the exact same operation to the panel on a touchscreen display. We've got our keypad type display, which is also wireless. Got our mobile with Total Connect with much improved operation, and the Total Connect operation is incredible now on ProSeries. And if you haven't seen it or checked it out, you gotta see it. It's really great. We've got our motion viewers, indoor motion viewer on our release here, which provides some additional communication and video awareness, along with having a PIR in the home. Got our wireless conversions, so you can take over some other things out there in the marketplace. Got a converter to take over some hardwired sensors, or a place where you want to put a hardwired sensor and convert that to our 6 wireless will work. We've got our LTE communication radio plug-in. We've got the Z-Wave Wi-Fi combination module, so you can do your Wi-Fi in order to be able to control the touchscreen and do your other services. And you've got your Z-Wave module to be able to control lights and locks and things of that nature. Our AlarmNet 360 in the background provides your full communication and maintenance and over-the-air updates. And then if you take a look at these sensors down below on this page, you can see a complete portfolio, and more are coming. But you can see a very good complement of 6 wireless sensors that we have in the marketplace on launch with this product, from our life safety, from our burglary detection and different shocks and keys and medical pendants. So you've got a lot of things out the gate with this product to be able to provide a nice solution in there and out there in the marketplace. And we're going to go into some more on this. So like I said, it's win, keep, drive, right? And we're going to talk about how do we win more customers to start with, and how do we help you do that? So we go back to the panel here, and you can see the things that we've got with the ProSeries panel. Easy to read display, very simple, not confusing on purpose. It's really focused so that the control of this is pretty simple, and it gives you the current state of the system. Right now it says armed away. Button on the right says disarm. Pretty straightforward, not very confusing to figure out if you're a user, right? We've got the built-in camera right at the top, which be able to provide you, captures pictures on a disarm, so you know who disarmed the system. So you can be comfortable, the user can be comfortable, and that's the right person that's disarmed the system. Or I've seen a child come home and I want them home at a certain time, and I just get a quick snapshot of, okay, they're home, and I can rest assured that they're there. We've talked a little bit about expansion modules. I'll go into that some more, but again, they're end user installable, and be able to put those expansion modules right into the side of the product. You can mount it multiple ways. We have a desk stand that comes with, that doesn't come, it's optional for the system, but you can put a desk stand onto it with a plug-in power connector. So now you can put this on a kitchen counter or something like that, make it very simple installation in many cases. We've got help videos that are available to the consumer that they can use their mobile device and be able to, while they're watching it on a mobile device, they can operate the system and be able to understand how to do some functions on the system. We've got a built-in microphone, speaker and microphone, and that provides the Alexa integration. So you can operate this system with your voice, which is fantastic. And all the features that you have with a Echo system or Alexa system, you can do with the ProSeries. And we're going to get into more of that in a second. Right there on the front, we talked about this being security focused, and you can see, and life safety. And you can see right there, you've got your quick access to your emergency keys right there in the bottom left. Talked about the interface already. And up there on the upper left, you've got a quick view. If you press that, you've got the current day, what's going on with the weather right there. But if you press that, you come up with a 5-day weather outlook. So really simple, right out the front, right up as you look at the product, not confusing at all, and you easily operate the system. We talked about that modular design. So you can see here with this exploded look, you can see where that Wi-Fi Z-Wave combo module goes right in there on the product. You can use Wi-Fi for communications, right, for your alarm communications. And it's also for your touchscreen keypad and your Amazon services. So that card goes right in there. And that also provides you your automation for your lights, locks, thermostats, garage doors, what have you. On the ProSeries Pro A7 Plus, which is in the marketplace right now, that card is installed in the product. So it comes with it. On the right there, you see the takeover module, and that product there allows you to use other wireless technologies that are in the marketplace. So if you have an installation with a current Resideo 5800, you would put this module in, and you could be able to read or understand those 5800 devices and use those devices without having to change the entire back-end panel. You use the current 5800 and you would be able to use them right on the ProSeries. We also have the ability for those other companies right there with 2 gig, Bosch, DSC, Intellogix, and Qualsys. So you'll be able to utilize those devices if you go into a situation where they want to use this particular product, but they've got some of these other devices that are there. We can do that. Easily replace the overall system battery if need be. And on the LTE communicator right now, it looks like a little game cartridge, very similar to anybody who's used Lyric. You would see it's very similar to that. And that plugs into the control on that one side there. We use AT&T for US, Canada, and Latin America. And Verizon is in the US. And we have an external antenna that's available for this. So it's really, really nice to be able to change that communicator if need be in the future, because we know that'll eventually happen someday, unfortunately. And instead of having to run a truck and go out there and do all these, you can actually just mail this to them. It's very simple. The process is pretty simple, and you put that module, or the consumer can put that module in, and they will have the latest technology. So let's take a look at some of the user interfaces. So talked a little bit quickly about our touchscreen. So this touchscreen is fantastic. And I guess I'm biased, but it is fantastic. This touchscreen has all the same operations as the main control panel touchscreen. And you have your Amazon services on here, so you can talk to this and it'll execute these Amazon services. It's got two-way voice. You can control your lights and thermostats and automation in the home, everything from this. Obviously, you can do your arming and disarming, which that would be going without saying, right? Very easy to use, has a nice little mount that you can put it on a counter. We also have it available, a wall mount, if you wanted to put it mounted on a wall, and you can do that as a secondary wireless touchscreen. Just needs the power, but it also sets very nicely on a counter somewhere in a home, or end table in a study or what have you, and has all of your services. So really great product. Operates pretty much, it's like operates, I guess, almost an entire day, 8-9 hour operation if you didn't have it on the cradle, because it charges up. But if you have it there, it's really, really nice to operate the system. Really works great, really does. And we also have our more traditional keypads. They're also wireless, and you have your control of the system, panic buttons, more of a traditional type of security keypad, if you will. Obviously, if there's any scenes tied to arming and disarming, you would be able to, these would operate it just by the arming and disarming scene. You don't have control of directly to a Z-Wave device. But you have your arming and disarming capability. So if you want to put these into commercially, if you're going to put them into a warehouse environment or a manufacturing type of area, or in a home, you're going to put it in their garage or someplace else, laundry room, what have you, these would work perfect for that type of application where you don't want to put a touchscreen wireless display. And another part of our user interface story is Total Connect. and being able to control everything we're talking about in the system utilizing Total Connect and using the Total Connect app and the user operation. You can see a little bit there from that picture. You can see that the operation and the view of it is common across the portfolio. So if you're seeing an icon on the ProSeries, you're going to see this same icon actually on the Total Connect, which makes your training a lot simpler. And there's no confusion about, well, it's this on that, this button over on the application, this button on the panel, they're the same. And we talk about performance of this, and I mentioned it quickly earlier. We have something called persistent connectivity, just to term for this is always on and always operating. So this is a really great operation here, so that when you are going to control the system, or you're going to turn on a scene, or you're going to control a light, it's almost instantaneous. It's right on the money. And it really operates really, really well. So there's a really good operation here from the Total Connect, along with the rest of the user interfaces. So it's a really nice smart control app on Total Connect with ProSeries. So let's take a look at some of the peripherals. Take a look at my time. Okay. Let's take a look at some of the peripherals here. So we have a nice complement of our sensors. So we've got a nice full line of life safety, burglary, awareness sensors that are out there. The battery and signal strength really great, because that data goes back over to the panel. You can see that. You can see where you've got battery issues potentially, that you got a low battery, end user replaceable batteries on these devices. And maybe more importantly, right, you've got 128-bit AES encrypted. So this is encrypted two-way wireless sensors. So you've got these high-end sensors here that are protecting the home. They're encrypted from a data privacy, so having a secure security, if you will. And you've got these throughout the home, whether that's going to be on the life safety, on the burglary. So this is a really great complement to the entire home. By putting these in, you can put them in and around the home. And you saw earlier that there's a nice full line of these right across the portfolio. So, excuse me, utilizing our new ProSeries sensors really provides a very solid security and life safety environment. We've got awareness sensors for the monitoring of water and temperature and things of that nature. So really great products. Talking about the life safety with that one go, all go. So you can see we've got these 6 devices, 6 of the Pro 6 devices that are part of this one go, all go. So you got smoke, heat, carbon monoxide, and the combo detector. All right. The voice enunciation that comes on the combo detector, that's going to tell you what's going on in the home should an event happen. And as the diagram shows, so let's say there's an event happens in the basement, and there's a sleeping bedroom on the top floor. They're all going to go off, and everybody in the home is going to be notified, which is critical to the whole operation here. And what we're talking about life safety. And it's critical. Timing is critical. So the sooner everybody knows, the sooner everybody can react appropriately. So now you can save lives. And this is what we're in the business for, right? We are a life safety company, and we provide all these other services, but we're protecting lives every single day. And fire and things of that, carbon monoxide, are deadly. And this helps get that message out right across the board to everybody in the home. So really great technology here, and hats off to the guys that created this and put it together for Resideo. So important to us. Motion viewers. So our motion viewers. So this is, and the last bullet there actually says it all, right? You capture, put a video capture anywhere you install a PIR. This is a true PIR, pet immune PIR that you can put in the home, fully wireless, and should an event happen and this motion detector has somebody go through it in an armed state, you're now going to get a clip that's going to go to the consumer's Total Connect account, and they can now know whoop, that is not a friendly, that's somebody I don't know. And when they get the call from the central station, they say, yep, there's a situation going on there. I don't know that person in my home or business. Fully battery operated, two-way proprietary RF that goes to this, which really makes it a very secure, long-range product that's out there in the marketplace, and really simple to install because it is fully wireless and battery operated. So great product to put into the home. This is an indoor version. We will be having an outdoor version coming out later. Right now, this is the indoor version. Get that clip right to your Total Connect account. Great product. Another thing, hardwired to wireless converter. So go into a home and you're upgrading, maybe a customer you've had with a Vista hardwired control, and they want to get some new technologies, or they have an upgrade at this point, and you can retrofit those hardwired sensors into this device, and it converts it to 6 wireless, and now you're able to provide that in their home without having to replace all those sensors. And really great product. We do not suggest this for going over to the life safety devices, I believe, right? Especially also on the converter, on the wireless converter, we'll also talk about that. But if you're taking these burglary sensors and be able to put them into the hardwired sensors and convert them over to wireless, is a great product. Very simple to install, simple one-button control for zone calibration, and the motion detectors and glass breaks are powered directly from the module. Really makes it very simple installation. So great addition to the line. So here's some cool stuff, right? So now you've got hands-free disarming. So think about, you come up to the house and you've got your arms full of packages, and you've got children, and you've got rain and an umbrella, and it's getting crazy. And how do I now get in the home and have to disarm my system, what have you? So it makes it really simple because you pair your phone's Bluetooth to the system, and it recognizes you, similar to, let's say, if you had a wireless key, right? We used to have wireless keys, and you would come up to the home and press the button to disarm the system. Similarly, instead of doing that, you now have your phone with Bluetooth, and it recognizes you and disarms the system. So you can do this with up to 6 different phones, right? You can now have people coming and going in the home and not have to worry about disarming the system, just making it a whole lot simpler for them to disarm. I've gotten asked, hey, so what happens if I lose my phone? Just like when you have a wireless key, right? You used to have wireless keys, you used to get the same question, and you just can take it out of the system. In fact, the consumer can do that by disabling it on the screen. So it's very similar operation. And if that's a concern, don't utilize the feature. But for people that want that convenience, it's a great asset to the system. So Alexa, really good. So now we've got the ability. Now this is not enabled, just like it says there on the screen. This is actually built in. This is actually a dot. It's an Alexa dot built into the system, guys. So anytime you go into an environment where you're going to have a consumer that says, hey, can I tie into my Alexa that I bought the other day? Because I use it I love using Alexa to do stuff in my home and however I use it. Absolutely. Everything that you do with that device today, you can do with this. Obviously, I don't know about so obviously, but obviously the speaker on this is not the quality of an Alexa device, or especially of an Echo or something like that. So playing of music would be kind of the difficult portion, if you want to say it that way, right? So you don't want to run music through this, but being able to control your house would be a fantastic way to be able to put this in the home. So anywhere that you want to put an Alexa dot in the home, you can do it with this. So as soon as you put this in and they've got an Alexa account, bang, they've got an Alexa dot wherever this is. Set alerts, set timers, run scenes with your voice commands, arm the system. Everything that you're doing with the current device, you can do with this. So it really saves the consumer money because now they're getting extra dots by not having to buy those because they're getting them in the system. It's great addition. I personally am a Alexa user in my home and works fantastic, really does. So we talk a lot of residential stuff. So commercially, what do we do? Yeah, important here. This is also commercial Berg listed. Great opportunity for dealers that are doing both SMB and residential. Now you don't have to worry about, do I take that panel off the truck? Do I have that panel on the truck? Yeah, I've got one panel, same peripherals, go out there, put them in the business, and you can now do this. We've got 4 partitions that are supported also with Total Connect. So you can have that small environment, maybe a small manufacturing. They got a office area, they got a small manufacturing, small garage area, what have you. You may have different partitions, people coming at different times, all supported with the ProSeries. So excellent opportunity, the video alarm verification, be able to know what's going on before something happens. So yeah, this really now takes everything to another level to be able to have a commercially Berg listed control that you can do for small business, right? Great opportunity. So we go into the automation side. And so now if you're talking about this and you want to do smart home, and we're doing smart home to increase our RMR because it's a great opportunity. Rather than have multiple systems in the home, you can now put this in, connect it with the Amazon devices like we've talked about, with Chamberlain, right? August Lock, using Z-Wave devices, what have you. Great opportunity to be able to control these things in the home. The Z-Wave card is already built into ProSeries Plus. So you put it in, it's already there, you pair them up, and now you've got this environment that now you've taken security, you're doing life safety, all one go, all go, home control, all in one system, all supported with the app. So great solution, help engage those customers, lower that attrition, be able to take these customers now to a new environment that they probably may not have thought of going to, all the professionally installed and monitored solution. So just as a quick recap here, right? We've got how do we help you win, right? You've got modular design across the board with this product, right? You can customize it to suit everybody's needs and price points. You've got the Amazon in there. You've got life safety and one go, all go. All right, you can do this with residential and small business, all with one system, reducing your costs, having one product on the truck, right? And compatible with market leading technologies out there. So really, this provides you a great opportunity to win more customers in the marketplace. So now we're going to go over to how do we keep them longer? Now that you won that customer, well, you want to keep them your customer. You don't want them leaving. So what are some of the things that we've done? Well, you can look at modular design again, because that modular design helps them move with the system and grow as the customer's needs change and they grow, and they maybe look at different technologies. Maybe they don't have something today that they do later on, and their environment changes and their lifestyle changes and they need different technologies. Boom, it's modular. You can provide that and support them with it, right? Technologies change. We've talked about, we've all lived through LTE, or not LTE, but communication changes. And as those things change, and we know they're going to, and the new technologies are introduced into the market, obviously we can support those, because now it's a true modular approach, and we take out one and put it in the other, and we can do that even by the consumer. And over-the-air updates. So if things change, whether with us or we want to tweak that system or be able to do things and making sure it's operating at peak levels, we can do things now remotely with true over-the-air updates and provide enhancements if they come out or when they come out, and be able to do things for the consumer to be able to keep them engaged and keep them your customer, because now they don't have to look at a new system or go down the road into a different product. our back office be able to reduce those truck rolls, right? Be able to keep them longer by not having to roll a truck and not having to worry about firmware updates, end user replaceable parts. So you don't have to go on site, right? All these things help with keeping those customers longer. If you don't have to go on site and schedule a day and inconvenience your customer, it's better for you because now they're going to be kept longer with you because they're going to say, hey, they were great. I don't get disrupted. I'm not inconvenienced, right? We can monitor the system remotely. You can see what's going on. You can diagnose things up front, right? We can take a look at, we have templates built in. So now when you're programming this, and make sure that they're set up the way you want it, right? So now you have to worry about something that's going to be programmed incorrectly. No, use the template and now everything operates the way that you know it should be operating. And now they're not going to be inconvenienced to be able to are using the system, and they're going to be happy with the system. So similarly, you've got these checklists to make sure that there's nothing deviating from those templates that we're using. We've got online help, right? And you can make sure that everything is programmed the same way. So you know that this is how I support my customers, and this is, I know how it's going to work, and I know that this is going to make them satisfied. And now you can do this across the board, making sure that they're very satisfied. We talked a little bit about the takeover with ProLock. So what happens is the sensors can be locked to the control panel. And this prevents, should a competitor come in and try to take over that panel and reuse those sensors, reducing their costs. Well, they can't do it because the sensors are locked to the panel, and only you as the installing dealer can unlock that. And if you wish to say, okay, I'm not with this customer anymore and you want that to happen, you can enable that, but you don't have to do that. You also can receive notification that this may be happening. So this is a great tool to be able to keep those customers longer. Maybe there's an issue. Maybe they haven't talked to you, they haven't called you, and they may have a concern. And now you have an opportunity to talk with them and say, okay, well, I didn't know this was happening. I see that you're operating the system this way. Let me take care of that, and keeping your customer happy. Great opportunity, great asset. So just in a quick summary, right? Go back to that modular, important for keeping these customers longer, right? Be able to grow with them. Make sure you can handle that maintenance and make it very simple for them, and monitor your base to make sure that there's no attrition happening, and be able to lock those sensors and protect that RMR. So now you're keeping these customers longer with the things that we've put into the ProSeries and the ProSeries platform. And lastly, we want to talk about, okay, now we have to be able to make some money and drive some profits. And what have we done to be able to help you with that? So again, this goes back to the over-the-air and end user replaceable. You don't have to roll a truck on many instances. Well, that keeps your costs down. That helps you drive profits, right? So those are the types of things that we've put into there, and making sure that those setups are done properly, and you can remotely manage these and diagnose these issues remotely and program things so that if something were out of whack, you don't have to roll that truck. You can keep your costs low, be able to program it, and be able to handle most issues remotely, or a lot of issues remotely, right? And that consistency is really important. Having consistency across the entire platform. So now everybody knows things with the panel, and you learn how to do one, you do them all. So as you're doing things with the ProSeries, it's not going to change whether I'm going to be doing this type of panel with ProSeries or that kind of installation. All the sensors learn in the same across the portfolio, and now it makes it very consistent. Again, that's going to reduce your training costs, making you more profitable, right? And if you don't have to go back and have to do multiple visits to a site, again, that's going to drive more efficiency, drive your profits up, reduce those costs, and now you're being a more profitable organization. What else can we do? Well, if you're able to monitor the account and see what's going on with the account and take a look at how they're operating their system, well, maybe there's some things that you notice that maybe they need to do some other systems, or I'm sorry, other peripherals they want to put on there. Or maybe they need to have some life safety. Maybe they've got some additional areas in the home and you realize they don't have, at the time, they only put one combo detector in. Maybe they should have more. And maybe you can go back and put some additional accessories into this system, helping you increase your overall sale to them, right? Increasing your profits. Some of these devices, maybe you can even send to them and pre-program it remotely. So you're reducing your costs, driving your profits up higher. And because everything is integrated and consistently installed, it makes it, again, there's that continuity and consistency name that also helps you drive your profits higher by reducing your costs, right? Just gives you more opportunities to talk to your customers. And as you re-engage with them, you may find some opportunities to sell them more devices, sell them more things in the system, being able to increase that overall RMR and making you a more profitable organization. So in a review, right, you've got over-the-air, remote diagnostics, right? You've got anywhere, anytime maintenance, right? You've got end user replaceable devices that you can send to them and have them be able to put into the system and reducing your costs, right? Very simple user interface. The peripherals are universal across the board. So now your stock issue becomes very, very consistent and cost managed much more efficiently. One system for all of your hardware, software, and all of the support without having to drive up your costs. With all of that, everybody, you have the ability to win more customers, keep them longer, and drive more profits. Really great opportunity for everybody. One thing I want to, before we go into the end of the presentation today, so there's a lot of resources we put together for the ProSeries. And there's two main areas that you should be aware of. One of those is the main landing page for the ProSeries, and that's at resideo.com/pro/ProSeries. This is everything that you really want to get access to, information about product, resources you can get from that site. So if you really wanted to have just one thing to remember, you can go there and everything else can be accessed from there. We also have this portal, which is at pro.resideo.com. And this is direct access to the ProSeries resources. You can also get to there from the landing page, but if you want direct access, it's right there. We have a downloadable launch kit right on that site, on the portal. You can get sales collateral, you can get imagery, you can get videos, you can get access to our online training, which is gives you product overview and sales training on ProSeries right from this portal. And we also have a demo, and that demo is pretty cool. It's a fully operational, it's a fully operational on a mobile device or PC, right? And you access it via, as long as you have internet connection. There's also, once you download it, you can use it also offline. You just don't have access to a couple of videos and some of the material. But as far as functioning as a system, you can show the operation of how you arm and disarm and control lights and control scenes and all these types of things with the system. So if you have a tablet, you can be able to control and be able to show everybody the control of the system. So two great resources for you that we put together. We've got end user sales collateral. We've got imagery that if you want to utilize, if you want to promote this on some of your material or on your website. We've got a hero video that you may want to put on your site to show people, or you want to be able to take it and show it in your tablet or what have you when you meet with customers. So we've got a tremendous amount of resources, and that training portal is fantastic. Take your team through it and be able to get information about the ProSeries right there with the online training portal. So with that, I'm going to say, if there's any Q&A, we'll look at our time. Okay, we're doing pretty good. So if there's any, I don't know if there's any questions that came in, Mike Garavuso, or if you're taking a look, if there's anything that's come in.
Yeah, a couple of good questions came in. We have been handling them kind of as they come in. A couple of points I will make. There was a question earlier about the one-way wireless takeover module, as far as how does it support the protocols. You choose one protocol. So on the slide that George had shown, there was a handful of manufacturers, of course, 5800 or DSC or 2 gig, etc. Basically, on the module itself, there's a dial, and the time of installation, the installer will choose which legacy devices are pre-installed at the premise that they want to take over those intrusion sensors. And then if you need to add additional sensors, you, of course, could continue with that legacy protocol. Or what we really do suggest is add on the 6 devices, right? Add the Resideo two-way encrypted 6 sensors that we have for additional points of protection. So you choose one, and then you get 6, of course, as well. So 6 is integrated, and then you choose one protocol. There was also a question about a repeater. Yes, we do have a repeater in the works. Look for that in 2021. We will have a repeater for the 6 protocol for those larger installations that you may find need of a repeater in.